We're just so obsessed with how people perceive us. It's so annoying.
Now that you've seen some of the challenges, we are actually going to have you try this challenge yourself.
Get out.
What is this? What could this possibly be a reference to?
That's hilarious. It's like a sad, broken down Barbie girl.
It just looks like one big advertisement. It looks like something you'd see on a billboard in Beverly Hills.
Oh, yeah, Louis Vuitton. Just exhausted from shopping. Little shopaholic disaster. Poor thing. Those are cute shoes, though. I would run by, gather them all up, and run on.
It could be so many things, like especially how the internet is now, that like I honestly don't know.
I have no idea what this trend could be. I don't know. I'm genuinely interested and confused.
It's women falling out of nice cars with a bunch of stuff. It's definitely like a really low-key way of flexing.
I just came across this. I just started seeing this. Rich people flexing. I get it, but I don't get it.
Is this like a showing off thing? Like they're flexing? Whoops, I fell. Look at all these very expensive shoes that just fell out of my bag.
I would honestly just think it's like the next thing that the internet's putting out. Like, it's like this is like the next plank.
That's not even her car. She's doing this at a dealership. That's kind of embarrassing.
Now they're starting to get like upsetting to me. Feels like it might be a humble brag or I'm just feeling kind of nauseous now that I'm looking at a few in a row.
This feels like weird flex. Wealthy people getting kind of creative, but then being like, I'm gonna throw my expensive things on the floor.
It's the most millennial thing I've heard in 3 days, because the most millennial thing I hear happens every 3 days or so. We're just so obsessed with how people perceive us. It's so annoying.
Truth. I'm not catching the theme unless it's
I like it. I don't know. I think it's artistic in a sense. This is for Ferrari, so this is just product. They're just advertising, and it's just a different way of advertising.
See, this is way more my speed. This I like. This is me finding a car in a mall that I could use to flex on. Okay, that's funny.
The mighty are falling, I guess. Or, I don't know, some kind of weird humble brag, like I like accidentally fell out of my Ferrari. That happens to me a lot, actually, and it's really devastating and embarrassing.
I'd like to know the story behind the monkey.
Do people just think stuffed animals are valuable?
I like that they put a cute little stuffed animal there. See, that's different.
What is it? Is it like just like a flexing challenge? Like everybody's like, just like everything that they have, like they're just showing off? And that makes sense. Now I'm starting to, all right, so now I watch it. I'm not gonna understand it all.
It's upsetting me. I want to enjoy it, but I can't because I'm like, no. Don't waste your things like that.
Of course a plane.
It's just getting more douchey. Instagram is just really not always a great thing.
This humanizes rich people. Instead of looking like Scrooge McDuck, it's, I'm a clumsy Scrooge McDuck.
Someone did it and I was like, oh, I have that, now let me flex, let me show off and let me do that with my things.
So we're gonna show you some more in a second, but this trend is called the Falling Stars or Flaunt Your Wealth Challenge.
So flaunt your wealth, same thing. I'm torn between being highly amused and also totally repulsed at the same time.
Some people have taken this challenge and put their own spins on it, so we have a few more of those to show you now.
Well, it's a very low bar, so I'm sure they'll top it somehow.
The mannequin challenge, now we have this. Is that a baby?
There is still some currency all over the floor, which makes me, worry for this kid's future, like maybe this person's a drug dealer. But much cuter.
I was so focused on the baby and then like didn't see all the money surrounding it. Even these babies got more money than me.
It's just a fun thing that you can recreate over and over again. So I see why it goes viral. It's just such a weird concept to start.
I'm not a fan of it because now you're using the babies and that just tells me what kind of parents they are.
That looks like me every morning. Minus the curling iron. I like how it's just making a mockery of it.
She was just drunk. That's all that is. And she fell over.
Oh, she fell and like her life's a mess. Like, it just looks messy. It's not really luxury, it's a bunch of lotion.
Now that's funny. That's not more real life. That's more like, here's just me and flaunting my real world.
This looks like getting home from the night out and trying to like take off all your makeup. I can like this because I can relate to these.
I see their spin on the challenge, but it doesn't make me go like, wow, that's innovative and is worthy of like, oh my God, that's awesome. But it's just like,
I could do that.
Oh my God, that's me every single night. Now you guys, it's like my secret.
Instead of flaunting your wealth, it's flaunting your snacks. And I think that's something a lot more people can relate to.
This is my favorite, because it's just snacks. And we should be bragging about how many snacks we have. I do every time I have someone over.
I like that too. This is, yep. Yeah, now that more looks like something we would do. I hate the first version. These are super fun.
See, like, that makes more sense too. She's probably actually a fighter or something. That's funnier.
This is where I see people starting to be really like creative with it and not just trying to like show off like money.
Ah, so this is more what doctors really do in their spare time. I don't know if I like seeing professionals do it. It makes me a little bit nervous. I know they like to have fun, but it makes me nervous.
That's questionable. Look at all the syringes. I think that might be crossing the line there.
That's scary. A bunch of needles. Yeah, that one's like, it's kind of overdoing it.
It's corny, I'm not gonna lie. They're all corny, but clever, I guess.
Oh, that's adorable. This is probably the best one.
Clear winner so far. Love it.
I like these more because they're quirky. They're quirky and they're not like trying too hard to flex.
He should have been falling out of his tiny dog Ferrari. That would have been a little funnier. And his solid gold bones.
These trends that hit the interwebs, man, like, they're so weird. Like, I get it, and I'm not all over it, but I will say, who has time for this? I barely have enough time in the day to just like wake up and get everything done, like let alone do an internet challenge.
Now that you've seen some of the challenges, we are actually going to have you try this challenge yourself.
Get out.
Great, what do you have for me to flaunt? Do we have money? Do I get to keep it? I need a way to pay my college tuition, you guys.
Flaunt Your Wealth challenge apparently originated in Russia, but has since gained traction all over the world, becoming a meme for the humble brag.
Oh, that makes sense, because it's a good way to be like, look at all my stuff, but I'm quirky because I'm on the floor.
Why do you think this challenge became so universally popular?
I have no clue. I am completely lost as to why.
Flexing's like universal, like everybody does it. People like want to have attention, and I feel like they'll do like anything for it.
Because we're social creatures, people like to feel validated by the tribe, but I think mostly people who feel the need to flex on other people and say, oh, look at all the cool stuff I have, look how cool I am, I think it's a pretty fair assumption that they're insecure.
Instagram specifically is a platform where you put on your best presentation of yourself. So it's, let me show you all my money. Let me show you how pretty I am. It's that sort of thing. So of course people want to show their best part of them, which is why this is just kind of that humble brag version of it.
So the trend seemed to take on new meaning when it became popular in other countries, with users competing to show the struggles that they face in their everyday lives. It seems with certain countries, many people try to make it seem like they live a grand life. On others, it's kind of like frowned upon to show off.
Right.
So what is your opinion in general, away from this challenge, on just the way that people flaunt in this way?
I think it's tacky. I think that if you're flaunting your wealth, you have nothing else.
It's not my thing. It's really cheesy. I keep all my Louis Vuitton luggage, and I have a shitload. Like, it's up in my closet like everybody else, like you.
People should always try to stay humble. So if I had that type of money, you wouldn't see me, you know, throwing it around everywhere.
In my moral compass, I don't think showing off is a very respectful thing to do. But that's because of how I grew up, how my parents raised me. Other people in different households grew up differently.
People have always flaunted their wealth in one way or another. It's just modern age stuff, and it's just what we do. You know, we just flaunt. For me, it's like, okay, I've seen this. It's just another way of some people showing off.
To think that you're great and that your life is dope is fine. But when you're like trying to convince other people, that's when it becomes like, dude or lady, chill, please. So I mean, I think we have a culture that kind of rewards that sort of behavior, but I've always found it distasteful.
So finally, overall in today's society, people tend to show off on social media, mainly posting the best parts of their life and hiding the rest.
Totally.
As an adult, what would you want to tell the younger generations who are growing up with this kind of content all over the internet?
Just know that what you see, it's just on the surface. You don't know the real story. I go through that all the time with my kids.
Stop showing off to people. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. You are worthy of validation and love without getting any likes.
What you're seeing on social media is literally the message that the person posting is trying to convey. It's not the whole truth. It's just their version of the truth. It's not the entire situation at all.
Be original and just to be yourself and just to have fun and not to take it so seriously and not let it rule your life. It's an outlet, but you know, have something else that is meaningful outside of that. How many of your friends have like anxiety, depression, or whatever? And I'm like, what the f? Like, my parents didn't have all that. Like, what is this coming from, you know? And it's social media is a big part of that.
Whatever you see on the internet, just think about all the things that you have and what you offer to the world, because what other people are doing does not affect you at all. And that's the biggest piece of advice I could give.
Thanks for watching Adults React. Shout out to Lauren Gant and Caleb Sanders.
If you want to catch the next episode of React, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell.
What should we react to next? Spell it out in the comments.
Bye.
JC here, producer here at FB. Did you check out those awesome t-shirts featured in this challenge? Check out shopfb.com so you can get a hold of one. It helps support our channel. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.